going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with another toy room review, and today we're taking a look at the brand new Fast X 124 scale 2021 Dodge Charger SLT Hellcat. Wow, that was a mouthful. But yes, this is a brand new wave of Fast and the Furious diecast cars, and you guys will notice right off the bat, this is a very generic looking car, and I don't ever really pick up the generic looking cars from this series, but I actually really like this one. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the packaging. Sorry for the glare, just it is what it is with all this being plastic, but right here you can see the new style of packaging here with obviously Dom right there, the Fast and the Furious logo, obviously the name of the car right there, the Fast X logo, because this is based on the car from Fast X. You can see diecast right up there, nothing too different over here, and then coming to the side, nothing different. And as we get to the back, you can see some of the other cars, I wouldn't even really say from this wave, but cars that we have reviewed. So we've taken a look at the white Supra, the RX-7, the Eclipse, the S2000, the Police Charger, the regular Charger. I don't think I have the Porsche 911, which is one that I would love to have. I do like that car from Fast 5, so I think that is the only one on here that I don't have that I would like to have, but I've reviewed all of these that I just pointed out, as well as many more. So be sure to check out my Fast and the Furious playlist. It'll be on the screen at the end of this video. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get this out of the packaging and take a closer detailed look at it. You guys, and here is the Hellcat out of the packaging. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I normally don't pick up these kind of like just basic, generic, run-of-the-mill Fast and the Furious cars that you can pretty much find anywhere. But I actually really love the Hellcat. I love the Charger Hellcats, the Challenger Hellcats. So I love the wide body, everything, how they look. So it just happens that this, is part of the Fast and the Furious line. But I just love this car. So that's why I went ahead and picked it up, because I'm a big fan of Hellcats. So, I mean, if you're familiar with Hellcats, you already know what to expect. So let's go ahead and start with the Hellcat front bumper right here. I mean, there's not going to be any special details, but the details that are here are very nice. You can see really nice headlights, and you have the SRT logo right there. Very nice and clean, done in a metallic-y silver, which is nice. You can see my reflection of my finger. The paint on here is actually really nice. It's not just a standard gray. I don't know if you guys can really make that out. All of them like metallic flakes in here. That looks really nice. And speaking of really nice, I love this hood. This hood just looks absolutely amazing. It has a cutout here, obviously, for the engine and the supercharger, as you can see. And then you even have a little slit right there for some heat extraction. And then you have some kind of fake vents right there as well. And the hood does open up, so you go ahead. The easiest way is to just stick your finger in that slot. You can see that is an actual like open slot, where these are fake vents up here. This is actually open, and this is open, so once you open that up, you can actually see inside the engine bay. And I will go ahead and zoom in just a little bit, and I'll see if I can kind of angle the light in here just a little bit better for you guys. There we go. So you can see the engine bay, engine right there with the intake. It's kind of cramped and kind of hard. I'm trying to flash the light in here so you guys can see. That's probably going to be the best shot you have right there. So that looks really nice. And then let me see if I can do this with one hand. You go ahead and push the hood down. And you can see it's a perfect cutout for the top of the engine right there. There we go. So as we reposition the lights and get them back in place, go ahead to the side profile of the vehicle. And as you can see, it is very generic as far as the wheels go. It's your standard, stock wheels here that you find on any pretty much Charger. But you do have the nice wide body right here, which looks great. And of course, you do have that nice Hellcat logo right there. Go ahead and close the door. Now, one thing I do want to mention that is a little bit strange, the fitment of the car, looks spot on. The wheels look as they should. The wheels and tires line up with, the body of the car. That's fine. But what's really strange, and I have to bring the light in again to kind of get it in just the right angle so you guys can see it. Let's try, right there. You guys can see the brake calipers. I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but they are sitting really far behind the wheels. You can see that big gap right there. So that looks really weird. Honestly, like why they're so far set behind the wheels, and I'll kind of reposition everything again. Okay, get the lights back in place. But that looks really weird why they're so far tucked behind the wheels. And if we come to the underside really quickly, you can actually see like this is where the brake calipers are, and then you have this big gap. The rotors and brake calipers are right here. You have this big gap here until you get to the tires. So I'm not sure why that is. And another thing that I do want to zoom in on, because I did notice this. Now you're only going to notice it when you're looking at the underside of the car, but it looks like they reuse these brake calipers from a different car. You can see they were were red at some point, and they just kind of sloppily painted them black. So not sure exactly why that is. You don't really see it when the car is like this, honestly. The only time I noticed it is when I had the car upside down. But it is a weird look as to why the rotors and the calipers are so far tucked behind there. But they are nice drilled slotted rotors, which is nice. Moving on through the rest of the car. Obviously, you have the door right over here, and of course that nice signature body line right there from the Chargers. Now, the front doors do open, the rear doors do not. You can see it has the molding right here for the door, but it's not actually like cut open like the front door is. But we'll go ahead and open the door and take a look on the inside. So let's see the best angle I can get for you guys. We'll zoom in as much as we can. That's as far in as we can zoom, so we'll bring that in. It's gonna have a hard time focusing, but there is the door card. I'll kind of bring it. That's probably the best I can do as far as focus goes. But the door card looks pretty good, pretty standard. And then once you get on the inside of the car, it's actually really detailed on here. Okay, there we go. I had to change some of the settings on the camera to be able to focus in here, but the details are really nice. It's pretty much what you'd expect from the inside of a Challenger, which honestly is not much because the Mopar parts on all of these cars are very outdated. All the Challengers, Chryslers, all the parts, they desperately need to revamp that, and I think they're going to in 2024. Then moving back here, we're gonna zoom out and change our settings back. Okay, so here's the back of the Charger, and overall looks pretty nice. You have the nice rear diffuser right there. I do not like this Fast X sticker here, to be honest with you. I may end up taking it off because it is literally just like a separate sticker that I can feel with my finger, so I might peel it off at some point in time. We'll go ahead and see. And then the taillights are actually really nice. They're like slightly tinted, which is awesome, and they just look really good. I don't know if the camera's doing it really good justice, but the red plastic on here just looks very nice. I do like that a lot. And of course, you have this profile right here, and then the trunk can open, but honestly, there's nothing in there. There's no point in me showing you. It's literally just empty and black, but you can see the kind of like rear shelf of the car right here through the rear window. And then coming to this side of the car, it's going to be the exact same thing as the other side, so nothing different except for the interior on the passenger side. So we'll kind of go ahead and switch our settings back so we can zoom into the inside of that. Okay, there we go. So there's the inside. You can see the dash looking very nice. You have the infotainment system right there, and then the other side of the driver's side, and then the shifter, the seats, and then the floor mats are kind of just plain and empty. And you do have back seats as well. I don't know how well we're going to be able to seat in them, to be honest with you. It's like not very good angles, but they are just like standard and black from what I can tell. Nothing too interesting there. All the details are going to be primarily in the front here with the shifter and all the buttons and steering wheels and climate controls and everything like that. And then we'll go ahead and close that, and that brings us back here to the front of the vehicle. Alright, you guys, so there's my quick review of the brand new Jada Toys Fast X 1/24 scale 2021 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat. I think that's the full name. Oh, diecast is in there somewhere. It's got a very long name. But overall, I mean, if you're a fan of Hellcats, if you're a fan of Challengers, Chargers, anything from that brand, Mopar, then you're going to love this car. There's nothing special about it from it being in the Fast movie, other than obviously this hood. This hood is not a standard hood. But other than that, the body is pretty much exactly the same as what you find on a stock Hellcat. The rims are exactly the same. The interior is exactly the same. So pretty much you're buying this car really because obviously you love Hellcats, or you love the styling of this Hellcat, or you just want to support Fast and the Furious and Jada Toys and their diecast. But overall, you know, it's pretty basic. It's not really going to stand out next to any of the other Fast and the Furious cars, but like I said, if you're a fan of this vehicle, this brand, you're going to definitely want to pick this up. And when I saw it, I just had to get it, even though I'm not a fan of these generic basic cars. But anyways, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. That link's in the description down below. And also check out some of my other Fast and the Furious videos that are popping up on the screen for you guys to click on. And I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. So as always, guys, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time.